everyone, this is Jennifer with DP Addiction Adventures, and I just wanted to do a finish with you while we were all together. And I just have one color left, and then some of these ones that I had missed when I kind of get to the last straw where I'm like, all right, I'll just do, all of the X's and then all of the Y's, and then once I'm done, I'm like, oh, I missed this, this, and this. So, this is a Wizardy Arts, and you guys probably can see the unboxing right here in the little eye. I really adore Wizardy Arts, but I was on their website, the US-based website. We're going to do S809. And I realized that many of their canvases are pretty expensive. Now you get, as you can see, super sparkly, top quality canvas and drills, and I haven't done a post review on this yet, but it is very high quality, okay? And if you stopped and watched the unboxing, or you watched the unboxing after this video, it comes very nicely boxed. Comes in these little high quality baggies. So if you don't want to kit up separately, you can just work right outside of them. This is a square. I don't know if they do rounds, but there's no popping. They fit perfectly together. And so I want to contact them and work with them and see, their price points and what's going on, because this is a 20 by 30, and to buy this, I think it's almost $30. And that's a bit much to stay competitive, even with the quality that they have. So I definitely understand if, in the comments you're like, I went and checked them out and they're really expensive. Yes, I get it. I get it. So I'm going to reach out to them and talk to them. Not saying I can change prices, but maybe I can get a better idea of their price point and where they're coming from. So yeah, I just kind of haven't done a, drill with me or a WIP and Chat in a while. Part of that reason is I'm not home alone hardly at all anymore, and it's very awkward. I know this is going out into the universe and anybody can watch it, but there's something about talking to you guys versus having someone hearing me as I'm talking. I feel like I'm going to get corrected, or somebody's going to make a funny comment, and that's great unless I'm talking about something serious or telling a story, that kind of thing. So I have the next hour and a half alone. My daughter's at youth group, my husband's working out, and then he's picking her up from youth group. I had the pick up from school, sit and watch soccer practice, and then drop her off. He gets to pick her up. So I get an hour and a half to myself. So what did I want to talk about? Well, November is an extremely difficult month for me. Well, there's 3 months out of the year. I know they keep adding up, but July, the first week of July, all of November, and the last week of March and the first week of April. Those are really hard weeks for me in the year, because those are the times that my husband and I lost our babies. And this month, I was just like, why am I so angry, and why am I so sad? Like, there shouldn't be a reason. And I've been snapping at people. I've been feeling tired at work. I'm just blah. And I'm like, am I overstressed? Is something going on? And, a lot of those things are happening. I'm overstressed and a lot's going on at work, but I was just like, where is this? I mean, it's like rage, anger inside. And I don't like it. That's not me. And like, what's going on? And then I realized it's November. And I get really sad and very angry in November, whether I remember or not. My body remembers. And going through this adoption process. And, you know, we were contacted again this week with another family who our profile matches theirs, and so they're going to look at our profile, and so there's just this waiting. And then, I mean, they look at 4 or 5 profiles before they pick you, but it's still personal. Like, it still feels like they're rejecting you. And we just got the 19th no, and so this is the 20th, the family, in about an 18 or 19 month period. Now, we have been waiting a total of 2.5 years, but the first year we were with a different company, and that company didn't show our profile once. And so there was some fishy things going on, and so we moved to this new organization. We started with them, and then that's actually the organization I went and started working for. So we know this organization's legit. We've really loved working with them. They're very kind. They've really been great. But the first year of this process, out of the 2.5, 3 years of waiting, feels like we threw money and time away. So we had to start the process all over again. And so now we're just waiting. We've been waiting for 18, 19 months, and we've gotten 19, no, this family chose somebody else, or no, this family chose to parent the child. And it just, on top of the sadness of the grief that I'm, you know, I don't know if I'll ever get completely over it. This pen needs new wax. Tip for new watchers: I put very carefully my sharp tweezers into the tip and pull the old wax out, and then put new wax in. And hopefully that'll help. So now that I figured out where or why this anger is happening, I'm like, what do I do about it? You know, I have clients that come in and they're like so pissed off. You know, people have done horrible things to them, and, you know, I'm sitting there helping them process their anger. So how am I going to process mine? You know, diamond painting can only take me so far as calming me down, but it doesn't process what I'm going through. It doesn't help file it away, because all it does is calm me down so that I can think rationally. And then when my feelings pop back up again, I'm right back where I started. So yes, diamond painting is very therapeutic. Yes, it helps with depression and anxiety and, you know, resetting your emotional thermometer. But there's another step, and that step is processing. Processing what you've gone through, processing why you have the emotions that you're having. Why are you anxious? Why are you depressed? And so that when you are calmer and you're not in the middle of a meltdown, you can then process and work through it. So the next time, it's not a meltdown. It might be a high energy emotion, but it's not going to be what it was before. And you just take baby steps till finally it's no longer an emotion. It's just a thought, right? It's a fact. It doesn't have an emotional attachment to it like it did before with such intensity. So what do I do? How do I apply that to myself? How do I process my own pain? You know, one way is to talk to people like I'm talking to you. You know, just verbalizing it. Verbalizing it is painful because something about saying it out loud or writing it down makes it appear more real, even though it is real to begin with. There's just something about vocalizing it. But it also has the opposite effect when you vocalize it, is that the sting starts to get taken out. You know, there's going to be that intense burst of feeling when you verbalize it, but then as you continue to expose yourself to that feeling and you start thinking about it and you start being like accepting that feeling, just be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm sad. Yeah, I'm angry. And I have a right to be angry and I have a right to be sad. Like, nobody's baby should die. You know, it's not fair. It's just not fair. And so the more you talk about it and the more you express yourself with people you trust, like, don't just throw your feelings out there to anybody. I mean, what I'm doing now is very dangerous. Some smart aleck could comment down below and totally shred me when I'm vulnerable. And I know that I'm opening up myself to that. And, but I also know I can shut comments off and different things like that if it gets too much. But being vulnerable to somebody that you trust, somebody who you know will not step all over your heart and just let you be, let you get mad, let you cry, let you be frustrated, let you be anxious, but do it in a protected way, is a step towards healing. It's a step towards accepting that something has happened or something has not happened that should have, Another thing too is you also then can hear in your ears your self-talk, right? So you can say, a lot of people who come into my office like, why did this happen to me? Like, I could have prevented it. I could have done this. I could have done that. Well, you know what? The whys and the ifs and the woulda, shoulda, couldas are things that are out of our control. That is the past, and we can't change the past. We can only respond to it, and we can only control the present, because we can't change the past and we can't control the future. And so if we continue to say if, why, coulda, we're going to destroy ourselves, because we're not going to find the answers. I will never know why. I would have loved every child that I carried. I would have given my life for them, but instead their life was taken. And I would go crazy if I continued the whys. But what I can say is, while I was pregnant, I had joy. While I was pregnant, I celebrated. And after, I saw who my real friends were. After, my husband and I were able to grieve together. After, and then I just kind of start thinking through what I did have control of and what I could respond to. And then you start to get that momentum, right? So instead of the momentum of starting to think of all the if questions and what questions and hatred and anger and all of that, you start to process, how much love you do have and how supported you are. Or if you don't feel supported, what can you do to change that? What can you add to your resource box? Many people I work with have nothing. Like, their whole family died and they don't speak English and they don't have health care and they don't have food and they don't have shelter and they don't. So when somebody comes to me and says, woe is me, I don't have anybody, I'm like, okay, what are you going to do about it? Like, how are you going to build up your resources? Number one, you're here talking to me. So you do have somebody, you do have somebody who cares, and you do have a voice. You do have somebody who listens. Sometimes people come into chat and I'm so glad that they say they had a rough day and we're there to encourage them. But then I sit there and I go into a different chat the next day and that person will be like, I had a rough day, I had this. And I just wanted to be like, dude, you just got love for 2 hours straight last night. Yes, you still feel upset, but now what are you going to do about it? It's a new day. And so, when you do come into chat, I'm not doing so well, but hey, I'm really glad you're here. I'm not, I'm dealing with this problem, but thank you that I have you guys as a support system. You know, it's that thought, feeling change. And I've had to struggle with that. I mean, when my first miscarriage, I was like suicidal, you know, so I've been there. I know what it feels like to want to die. I know what it feels like to, you know, imagine the different ways of doing it. I know what all that feels like. And I also know what it takes to get over it. And I know what it takes to then come back to it and then get over it and come back to it and get over it. And I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry if I'm boring you and this is not happy, happy, joy, joy, but I want to encourage you, I guess. I want to say that you can do it. I love you. I support you. And, you know, this isn't geared towards anybody. This is me. I'm doing free therapy with you guys to myself. So I don't feel like an idiot talking to myself in a mirror. I can at least say I talked to you guys, that you were there for me, right? So I just kind of wanted to confess and on TV, and thankfully I only have 2,000 plus subscribers. It's not like millions of people are going to see this, but I wanted to just say that dealing with anger and sadness are difficult things. They suck. They suck. No way around it. But you can overcome them. And it's not a mind over matter thing. It is a how are you going to respond to your current situation. I had a client once tell me, and I told him I was going to use this from now on, and he was so excited. But he told me that there's only 2 days in your life that you can control, or that you cannot control. There's 2 days in your life you cannot control, yesterday and tomorrow. And I just thought that was so true, but we waste all of today being upset about what happened yesterday and worried about what's going to happen tomorrow, and we miss out on today. You know, we miss out on somebody saying hello with a smile. We miss out on, you know, the fabulous colors of a diamond painting, or the beautiful sunrise, or the taste of coffee, because we're sad or we're angry about yesterday, and we're worried about tomorrow. And I'm saying this to myself. I'm preaching to the choir, people. To the choir. Absolutely. 100%. Where's my 336? Hello. I swear, there it is. This 336 has evaded me so many times since doing this. So I guess that was kind of my topic. It's just, I'm feeling blah. I'm just feeling blah. I'm not using my light pad right now. Maybe I should. Let me get this down. This is my A3. You can get this on Amazon. In just a second, it's going to get a little bright because my A4 doesn't work very well. But this will help me see where my little missing pieces are. Okay. So that's my little soapbox today. I'm fine. I'm just sad and frustrated and blah, and just I just want answers, people. I just want answers, and I'm just tired of not having answers, and I'm tired of spinning my wheels and smiling, and I try not to pretend to be happy. I try to be real, but this month I'm just like pushing hard because I just don't feel it at all. So, but I'm almost done with this sunflower. I'm super excited. I just have a couple more things. Hopefully I can keep you entertain for the last like 6 drills. I'm looking for 898. Where are you? 898. 898. Not there. Here's 898. This is Archer's Arts Tray. I absolutely love it. I wish I would have bought 2 of this blue color. Jen, if you're watching, please. I think you should make this a standard color instead of the teal. But that's just my 2 cents. Right. I thought I had another one. There you are. So, if you've stuck around this far, my husband thought he would be kind but also funny and bought me a microphone. I'm not using it now because, oh my gosh, it's a honkin' huge microphone. It's like this big, people. Seriously, he kept listening to my lives and kept listening to you guys say, I can't hear you, I can't hear you. Well, on my recorded videos, when I edit, I turn my volume up. So you can hear me. I mean, it might be softer, but when I go live, I can't do that. And so he's like, I bought you a microphone. And I was like, okay. And I'll show it to you next. I think he's going to help me on Friday for Friday's live, get it all set up. And I'll show you. Oh my gosh, it's honkin' big, people. You asked for it. He delivered. Oh, so you can say, thank you, Mr. Tim. Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Oh my goodness. My husband's like, go big or go home, right? Go big or go home. And guys, we only have 2 more, I think. 1 and 2. Okay. So I need 975 and 782. 975. So yeah, that's my husband for you. I'm really glad. I mean, he supports what I do. He's amazing. Although he does kind of roll his eyes sometimes because he's like, Jen, seriously, do you need something else? Like, what? What? This all started out with me going, yeah, I could buy 1 diamond painting a month and it would be like $20 a month for me to help with my depression. And it turned into a channel, which turned into light pads, which turned into accessories, which is crazy. All right, so I will do an official post review of this, but you just witnessed me putting in the last. Isn't that gorgeous, guys? Oh my goodness. Look up close. No popping drills. Beautiful. I love this. I would do this over again. It was so nice to do. It's beautiful. I'm going to frame it and put it up behind me on my sunflower wall. And then I'll do this in the post review, but you can see plenty of drills, plenty of drills, plenty of drills. I didn't fear to run out of any of the drills. Super exciting. I know with that light glare you can't really see. That's why you need to stick around for the post review. With prices and sizes and all that fun stuff. So, well, thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for letting me chat. Thank you for letting me vent a little bit and talk about my sadness and my anger. And I hope it helped you guys understand that I'm right there with you. I'm right in the trenches. I'm sad like you. I'm angry like you. I'm happy like you. I'm frustrated like you. I'm a wife and a mom and a doggy mommy. And although I'm a voice on the other side of your phone screen, computer screen, iPad, TV, whatever technology device you're using, I'm human and I'm real and I'm here and I feel you. And I love you all. I support you, and I thank you. Thank you for being my support system, and hopefully together, you know, it's November. We're going to survive another November. And yeah. So I got to go get excited and find a frame for this because I can't wait. And just a side note, down below, I do have a Patreon site. With the Patreon site, you do get a sneak peek of my craft room in its entirety, as far as what's in the drawers, how do I store my diamonds, how do I store my canvases, etc., etc. And so check that out down below. You do have to be a subscriber of that, and to help support the channel. Otherwise, everything else is free. So love you guys. Take care. And until next time, be blessed. Bye-bye.